Thank you for being here at Mr. Super Oz. This video is going out, and this channel only exists because I, Oz, founded Gamble Comics, which first release was Everlasting Survivors, a 68-page graphic novel called All Day Long. Available now. Follow the link in the description that will take you to gamblecomics.com. While there, you can get hats, shirts, posters, much more, but most importantly, the story itself. Coming soon from Gamble Comics, BC Brute. It is now time for Smackdown. We're coming to you tonight. Well, on this night, February the 6th. Yes, I see clearly. So, February the 6th of 2003, Smackdown emanates from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the First Union Center. So, we begin this show, just like I teased we would, at the end of the last show.
Yes.
With a man in white trunks with white boots, a white meat baby face for the White Boy Challenge, that being Bryan Danielson in ring, awaiting the arrival of the television champion and Theodore R. Long, that being Rodney Mack. So, as I said before,
Man, Danielson looks so young.
he sure is young. This match in real life was Bryan Danielson versus John Cena on Velocity, which was filmed on this episode of SmackDown, so that's my cheat.
Yep, defends on the same day, makes sense.
Exactly, so, yeah. So, with having Bryan Danielson on the show, I had to let him be the white boy challenging for the television title.
Makes
sense. Felt right. So, D-Bry, well, in this case, Bryan Danielson, his shoot name, he does really good work, just like we all know the man can do.
You know, kicks, mutilating cattle, classic stuff.
But the important thing is, he didn't get an entrance.
Yes.
And he is not winning the TV title because
we don't
get him for another good
decade.
Number. Yeah, a decade exactly. I think it's 9 years. 9 years before his
2000. Yeah, because it's the first season of
it's 2010. So it's first season of NXT, which is 2010.
Yeah, the game show.
So 7 years, yeah.
7 years.
But still, so long that he doesn't win.
Basically a decade.
Yes, exactly. So long in the future that he doesn't win this match.
Yeah.
But he does take the drive-by knee.
Yes, of course.
Where Rodney runs on the apron, hits Bryan in the head, and Bryan loses the match via the 10 count because
Rodney Mack, the greatest, beating all these future world champions.
I know, right? Yeah, Rodney Mack doing big work, taking the title off Taker, beating the rated R superstar, or the pre-rated R superstar, Edge.
I'd say jumping ahead a little bit.
Jumping ahead, yeah, but he beat him, last show, and so after the count out,
yes,
has
he pinned anyone yet?
He pinned
aside from Taker.
Oh, that's a good call. Huh? Yeah, he pinned Billy Kidman.
Okay.
Yeah, so he pinned Taker.
I forget about that one.
He got a count out win over Edge. He pinned Billy Kidman. Then he got a count out win over Bryan Danielson.
Got it.
But speaking of Billy Kidman, who's from Allentown, Pennsylvania, he is coming out next to face Shannon Moore, who is accompanied by Matt Hardy and Crash Holly. And unfortunately, I'm booking much like Vinny Mac and the home state boy. Yeah, not quite hometown, but the man from Pennsylvania.
The man from the place we're at currently.
Yes, he loses to Shannon Moore.
Man, that's the most Vince booking we've done yet.
I had this realization, I don't know, probably a month or two ago, where I was like, I have nothing for Billy Kidman. He's just one of those guys
that looks good when he's there.
Within my roster. Yeah, Sphere. That's fine. Within my roster, who, while I like his ability, I just felt like he lacked character. And with that, I had him losing a lot. And so I decided, well, since I picked up on the pattern, let's just keep it going. And so...
Consistency is key.
Yes. So, Matt Hardy, he ignores the fact that Shannon came up short in his attempt to defeat or even go the distance with Jamie Noble last week.
Yeah.
And he even ignores the fact that he couldn't do it 2 weeks ago.
Hey.
But Matt Hardy grabs the microphone after Shannon beats Billy Kidman, and he says, tonight in the main event, me and Shannon, we're going to take our knowledge that we have garnered from wrestling Jamie Noble, and we are going to guide Crash Holly in the main event to lasting 30 minutes with Jamie Noble. And
not even beating him, just lasting 30 minutes.
Well, that's all he's got to do, get that title shot, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So as long as he can last, he's going to make it. So, it's just Matt being the egomaniac, putting himself over, and, also helping out his boy while he can. On the mic, I mean.
What a saint that man.
I know, he's so thoughtful. So up next, we have Big Show and A-Train versus Booker T and Scott Steiner. Kevin Nash is at ringside.
Okay.
With BFG, the
best first generation.
Correct. The current Team Extreme Tornado champions.
There you go.
So this match, this tag match, this 2-on-2 is it actually does a couple of things. A, it keeps Big Show and A-Train on TV after they beat down Just Incredible.
Of course.
But more importantly, what it does is...
Oh, yeah, it's just them now, isn't it?
Correct, yeah. That's why this is a tag instead of trio.
Yeah.
So, but more importantly, what it does is while the tag match is happening, Kevin Nash isn't the only person watching on during the match. The Iron Addicts make their way out to basically... They don't verbalize that they are calling their shot for the Team Extreme Tornado titles, but...
Trios titles.
The trios titles, yes. But what they do is their presence makes it known that they've got their eyes on the gold.
Okay, got it.
So Booker T, he scissor kicks A-Train, wins the match, and post-match, Kevin Nash gets in the ring. They all three celebrate, and they look on at these muscle men watching. I mean, heck, they're all big body boys. But we cut to break, and after we return, Maven is already in ring. No entrance. Sorry, Maven. Love your YouTube content, by the way. But
yeah,
Maven, already in ring.
Mm-hmm.
And we hear a very familiar sound. And that being, I am a real American.
Man, that song is great. Too bad he sucks.
So Hogan comes out. He beats Maven pretty handily. It's simply easy.
Yeah.
Post-match, Hogan... He grabs the mic and he brothers up. He calls out the undisputed champion, Hunter Hearst Helmsley. He says, brother, I beat The Rock at Starrcade, brother, and I'm the next undisputed champion, brother. Now, guess what Evolution does?
Nothing.
Correct. Yeah, they don't acknowledge him. They don't acknowledge him. And so
don't pay that old man any mind.
So
how old is he at this point? 50?
In this,
yeah,
probably 50 something.
2003?
Yeah, 50 something.
Because he was in his 40s with that Hollywood run in WCW, right?
Yep.
Jesus.
So, post the Hogan call out, but not answered, we see the Deadly Riders at a bar. They respond to Hogan calling out Hunter. And Taker says that the Beast is already on the shelf. But it's time for that young punk, Randy Orton, and that old dog, Nature Boy, to be taken out back.
Woo.
And for them to rest in peace.
Yeah.
So the Deadly Riders are en route to getting their revenge on Evolution. Now, granted, the Undertaker's original beef came from Batista eliminating him from the Royal Rumble, and Batista's out, but he's just deflecting. He's just deflecting his
animosity. I can't beat you up, so let me beat up your friends.
Exactly. So in the semi-main event of SmackDown, we have one of my all-time favorite wrestlers, Ron Simmons, Farouk, taking on, well, the man that lasted from the first iteration of the Nation of Domination to the last iteration of the Nation of Domination, that being D'Lo Brown. But because next week, I believe next week, is D'Lo Brown's last appearance for the company, if not next week, then very shortly.
Yeah, it feels right.
Then, unfortunately, D'Lo Brown loses.
Yep.
And
gotta do favors on the way out, just the rules.
Exactly. It's only the right thing to do. And, technically, all right, it turns out that next week isn't D'Lo's last, but, this might be D'Lo's last appearance. Regardless, my point is, D'Lo Brown loses to Farouk, and in the main event, Crash Holly, with the tutelage of Matt Hardy and Shannon Moore, he lasts 11 minutes and 34 seconds.
Wow.
And loses to Jamie Noble, who closes out the show holding up the Intercontinental Championship and going out strong, not needing help. Doesn't matter that Matt and Shannon are there. Crash Holly loses to Jamie Noble.
Clean as a whistle.